Hello, I am Betty Morgan. I am Vice President for Business Development with the Lowndes County Chamber. Today, we will be concluding our day 3 of Navigating Your Normal with Ann. Hi, Ann.
Hey,
I'm glad to have you with us today.
thank
Ann
you.
is the Agency Director for Ascend Inbound Marketing, an award-winning growth agency that helps businesses reach their potential through digital marketing. And Ann leads the day-to-day operations there. So, Ann, we're so glad to have your expertise with us today, and we're looking forward to letting you help us to know how to utilize the express lane.
Well, thank you, Betty. Thank you so much for having me today. Um, this is just a very crazy time. It came all of a sudden, it seems, all of a sudden our worlds were kind of turned upside down, and businesses had to move from working in an office to working from home. Sadly, a lot of businesses are having to just close down altogether. Restaurants are having to rethink their whole operation. Um, Events and entertainment, those industries are really, really hurting right now also. So there's so much going on. There's a lot, it's a heavy time. It's a stressful time. But there's still, I think, a lot of hope. There's a lot of positives that I see going on too. Just watching the way that our community is pulling together and supporting each other has been really incredible. Just the interaction that I've seen on social media, just the communication that we see with everybody, just wanting to help each other out, has been really heartening and given me a lot of hope as well. So I hope that when we all get through this, that we come out on the other side, um, optimistic for the future and things to come. I know right now though it is stressful, it is heavy, and we have to make some changes. Um, you know, listening to Teresa talking the other day about goals and stuff. We still need to have goals. We still need to have projections and forecasts and sales goals and all those things. We can't let go of those. We just kind of need to realign them for where we are. And so when it comes to marketing, we really we don't want to stop marketing altogether, right? As a business, as an agency working with our clients, we have honestly been busier over the past couple of weeks than we have been all year. And that's because I think we're doing what everybody is doing, which is just pivoting. We had campaigns planned out for our clients for the rest of Q1 and going into Q2, that were based around certain topics, and you have to reevaluate every single one of those things. We had to cancel a lot of events. We had to cancel a lot of campaigns basically because they no longer fit in with the time and place that we find ourselves in. And so I think that's one thing you have to do is just understand that this is what's going on right now, and you need to pivot. And what does that look like? Well, of course you have to respond to what's going on, and I think everybody has seen this, and almost to the extent where it was maybe a little too much. But all the companies sent out their COVID-19 responses, and I know that probably seemed like way too much, but you know I do think it goes a long way in establishing that sense of security, and just understanding as far as how can I continue to interact with this business because everything is so unknown. So having messaging around COVID-19 and how you're responding to it and what you're doing, I think is important. So that's one thing to consider. Another thing is realigning your messaging. So, one example is we have a video series at Ascend that we launch every week where we basically put out like different marketing tips and strategies and things like that. And we pre-recorded like a whole series of 13 videos before we yeah, before all of this stuff hit. And we released about half of them, but we still had half to go before the rest of the quarter. And we kind of had to put that on hold for a while because it didn't seem to fit with the timing. We're picking that up a little bit now, just with a note that, hey, we recorded these a while back. This was before social distancing was in place, so we just wanted to give you guys a break from everything going on with the coronavirus. But kind of in the meantime, we did pivot our strategy with the videos, and so first of all, when everybody kind of found themselves working from home for the first time, one thing that we did was put together a Zoom session, just like you and I are on right now, Betty, where we got a friend of ours from another marketing agency out in Colorado to get on with us because they have a basically a culture where they work from home part of the time anyway, all the time.
Okay.
And for us, we work from home sometimes, but it's not a regular thing. So it has been an adjustment for us. So we kind of wanted to hear his expertise on how they manage working from home all the time, and he did that. And we were able to put out some tips and kind of be of help in that situation, I hope. And then from there, I started to see this was a lot heavier than just working from home. Restaurants are closing, businesses are closing, events are being canceled. This is serious. So what can we do to kind of address that? And so we shifted again with our video series to do again, like just like you're doing, interviews with people in the community who could speak to their experience of how the pandemic is affecting them and their operation. And then, furthermore, what can we do to help and support each other through this time? So again, I think, you have to address it. Like, you cannot pretend that it's not happening. It's kind of weird to just go on and act like everything is wonderful and fantastic. So you do have to acknowledge that. But you don't have to stop marketing altogether. It's just be authentic, be empathetic to what's going on around you and who's being affected to it, but still continue to proceed with marketing, just a little more cautiously than you have been.
That's awesome. And we all needed to be told that because so easy, so many times, the first thing
Mhm.
that we think we can cut or things,
Yeah.
we start looking for ways, to help us when we need that reassurance that we
Hmm.
do need to continue our marketing. And maybe it's just like you said, we take a different route as to
That's
how
right.
we get there. Right.
Hmm.
So, I know that there are other things that we can take advantage of too, and you had
Hmm.
talked about taking advantage of some online resources.
Hmm.
What are your
Yeah.
thoughts about those things?
Yeah, I mean, it really is. There's just a whole world of opportunity and resource out there right now, which is so wonderful. Again, to see some of these even really big corporations come in and step up for small business and communities and things like that. So a couple of things that come to mind right offhand are both Facebook and Google have released grant programs for small businesses where they're actually going to give you ad money, basically just give you money to spend on Facebook ads or Google ads over the coming months. And the numbers on that, the last I checked, were not set in stone. But I can attach some resources, Betty, that I can send to you later to the folks who are watching this so they can go and review those resources and sign up for updates or sign up for accounts so that they can get access to those funds when they become available. But yeah, I would highly recommend that, just signing up for a Google Ads account and signing up for a Facebook Ads account. as a small business, even if you're not using it now, um, those funds might become available to you later on. So I definitely would recommend taking advantage of that. Other opportunities that are available, of course, I'm biased, but I do think that digital marketing is a fairly inexpensive and effective, definitely a very effective way to get your marketing messaging out there. So, looking at things like, of course, social media, you can set up a Facebook page and Instagram account and stuff like that for free, and post out there, as far as what you're doing and what you're promoting and working on, and how you're helping out in the community and all of those kind of things. And then there are other tools that you can use, of course, as well. So, making sure that you have an up-to-date website, making sure that if you a good way to kind of keep afloat and keep going right now, if you are a retailer, is to look into e-commerce. So if you have not been selling your products online right now, e-commerce is something that you should probably think about setting up, especially during this kind of interim period. Of course, we can help you with that to get you set up with an e-commerce website. There are platforms available to you if you wanted to try to do that yourself as well, like Shopify, and BigCommerce and other tools like that. But that's another good opportunity to look into. Yeah, email marketing is still a crucial part of a business's online strategy. We are a HubSpot partner agency, and they offer a lot of marketing and sales tools. And right now they're offering a really great discount, a 20% discount on their starter package of tools. So you can get really good pricing on their software right now. So I'd also recommend looking into that. And again, I mean, there's a myriad of options, and I think that these big companies realize that small business needs help right now, and they want to be there to support them. Of course, they I know part of it is that they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart, but part of it is that they know that these businesses are going to continue using them and purchasing from them after we're all finished with this. So definitely would recommend looking into some of those opportunities for sure.
That's awesome to know as well.
Hmm.
And also, I think this is a great time for us as we're building partnerships with each
Hmm.
other. That's some of the things that I've always said about the Seed Center is you've
Hmm.
always been a great partner of mine. You've done many, webinars, and you've also done classes for me through Business University. But building those partnerships with others in our community so that,
Hmm.
we all work together make sure that we can help each other. And just like you said, everybody's looking to get your business back. They don't want to lose
Hmm.
you. I mean,
Hmm.
that's not what they want. And whether you're selling the business or you're actually, having to buy this same service. But so you have anything else for us today?
I guess just a couple of things I did want to mention too. One is a Facebook group called Community Support for Local Business. A friend of mine, Angie Davis, set that up a couple of weeks ago, and that group has become very active, where business owners and friends of business owners can go in and post specials that they have for restaurants and promotions that they're doing for their businesses and all of that kind of stuff. So that's a great resource both for the community who wants to know how to support business, and then for the business owners themselves to get the word out about what's going on with them. I definitely recommend looking into that one too. Another thing, just a side project that I'm working on personally, is a website called South Georgia Collective. And through that, our primary focus really is to support the nonprofit community because they've also been extremely impacted by the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we're offering it up to where nonprofits can accept donations online and those funds go directly to the nonprofits. And then we're also selling some really awesome t-shirts that my coworker Stephen designed, and all of the proceeds from those t-shirts will go to the United Way. In addition to that, we're also supporting small business with that website, where businesses can sign up to sell gift cards through the website. So if you're interested in looking into that, you can go to sgacollective.com.
That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
We also, the chamber has been doing some of those same things. I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually a member of the local business one that you mentioned
Mm-hmm.
earlier. But we also have our Facebook page that we encourage, small businesses to go on and to
Mm-hmm.
add their time, their hours, if there's some way that it's so cool to see how resourceful our community has been and how our business industries have changed. We know that we've had to change, to be able to fit in with this. But well, I want to thank you again for being here today. I really sincerely appreciate it, and I appreciate that you're always willing to be a partner with the Chamber. Thank you for supporting us with this 3-day navigate through our new normal. So we're not quite sure what that new normal will be, but we know that we're going to be okay. We're going to come out on top of it. So you can also see our recordings, all 3 of them, on the Chamber's website. If you go to valdosta-chamber.com, and we're in the section that says webinars. I'll also add Ann's contact information, and maybe you'd like to give that now, Ann.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you, Betty. And before I do that, I also want to just say that, the feeling is definitely mutual. I appreciate everything that the Chamber does for our business and for the community as a whole. This is, I think, the best Chamber of Commerce in the state of Georgia, maybe the United States. So we really appreciate everything that you guys have always done for us and continue to do and support the business community. My contact information, my email address is Anne, ANNE, at Ascend, ASCENDINBOUND.com, Anne at ascendinbound.com. And my phone number is 229-588-2000. And our website is ascendinbound.com.
That's awesome. And we will also add that information as a link to this. And Ann has promised to send over some other handouts that we can also add as well. So thank you again, and you have a great day. Stay safe.
All right. Thanks. You too. Bye.